when Louise's mother died unexpectedly. She returned to her childhood home in Charleston, South Carolina, a place she hadn't seen in years, and for good reason. Her brother Mark was already there, as bitter and sarcastic as ever, arguing about money before their mother's body was even cold. The house looked normal at first glance. Same hydrangeas, same white siding, but something about it felt wrong. Louise noticed the way the shadows moved slightly faster than the sun, how the air inside was heavier than outside, and how the hundreds of dolls their mother had collected over the years seemed to be staring at her with tiny, judgmental eyes. Their mother, it turned out, hadn't just been eccentric, had been obsessed with puppets, dolls, marionettes, even taxidermy. They were everywhere, on shelves, inside glass cases, on the stair banister, all posed like they were mid-conversation, and maybe they were. Louise hated those dolls growing up, especially one, a grotesque, homemade puppet named Pupkin, orange fur, jagged smile, mismatched eyes. It had been her imaginary friend as a child, only she remembered Pupkin being cruel, whispering terrible things, biting her fingers when no one was looking. She thought she'd imagined it. Now here he was again, sitting on her mother's favorite chair, like he never left. She told Mark they needed to burn it. Mark laughed. The next morning, Mark woke up with scratch marks across his chest, and Pupkin was at the foot of his bed. They buried it. It came back. They threw it in the trash. It reappeared inside the fridge, and then the house really started to change. The power cut off during the day. The hallway stretched longer at night. Voices whispered from the air vents. Old VHS tapes played by themselves, showing home videos Louise swore they never filmed. In one, a younger version of herself sat talking to Pupkin, but her mouth wasn't moving. That's when they discovered the attic. Behind a false wall was their mother's secret puppet room, where she'd built elaborate stage sets and written dozens of journal entries about soul binding and vessel creation. It turned out Pupkin wasn't just a puppet, he was a container. Their mother had tried to bring back the soul of a stillborn child, the one she lost before Louise was born. Only what she brought back wasn't entirely human. And to anchor it, she used cloth, buttons, and teeth. Yes, actual teeth. The house itself had become a feeding ground for this thing, this creature that lived in wood, cloth, and memory. Every doll held a fragment of it, and when they tried to sell the house, it fought back. Realtors reported furniture moving by itself. One woman fainted after seeing Pupkin's face appear in every mirror. A group of spiritual cleansers walked in with sage and walked right back out, saying, "This ain't ghosts. This is deeper." Louise and Mark were trapped emotionally and literally. They fought constantly, both unraveling, each blaming the other for their ruined childhoods. But it was Pupkin that thrived off that chaos. The more they hated each other, the stronger he became. Louise tried to destroy the dolls. One night smashed a cabinet full of them with a hammer and every light bulb in the house exploded. Mark found her in the morning, curled up in the closet, with a single puppet pressed to her chest, its hands sewn to her skin. They needed out. So they stopped trying to fight the house and tried to outsmart it. They staged a fake sale, claimed the house was perfect for an art installation. A group of eccentric performance artists from New York were thrilled. "It's so creepy, it's brilliant," they said. Pupkin smiled in the window as they signed the papers. Louise and Mark left everything behind. Every doll, every memory. They didn't speak for months. But sometimes, when Louise turns on the TV late at night, the static shifts, and she sees Pupkin's face staring back at her just for a second. And Mark, he received a package with no return address. Inside was one of the dolls. He buried it immediately, but his dog won't stop barking at the closet. The house still stands, smiling wide, holding secrets in every wooden beam, every whispering corner. Some say you can still hear laughter echo from the second floor, Not adult laughter, childish, high-pitched giggles. And if you listen closely, behind that laughter, there's a voice whispering, "Play with me." But remember, some dolls aren't meant to be played with. Some dolls play with you. If you enjoyed tonight's tale, don't turn off the lights just yet. There are whispers still waiting in the dark. Hit like if you felt the chills, subscribe if you dare to hear what's next, and share this story with someone who sleeps with the closet door open. This is Whispenox Whispers, where nightmares are never fiction. Until next time, keep watching the shadows.